What is up, fellow YouTubers? So I'm going to show you how to make some delicious nachos. NFL Sunday's coming up, and people are always going, what am I going to do? What am I going to do for a snack? You know, sometimes you have a hard time coming up with ideas. So I want to show you a delicious snack. It's going to require some work surface, which I cleaned. It needed to be cleaned anyway because it was looking a little I love to cook, but sometimes I get so eager to present the recipe that, you know, I don't clean myself. Like my nails get ash in them from cigarettes, and then my work surface looks like shit. And then people are going to be commenting how gross this and that looks, and so that's something I gotta work on. But if I'm cooking it for myself personally, I'm not that picky. If I was cooking it for somebody else or for a restaurant, obviously I'd be a lot more picky. All that grease, we're gonna need some of that. Turn the stove on. And while that stove heats up, the first thing you're going to want to do when you make these nachos is put some bacon. I'm going to cook some bacon up right quick. And after I cook the bacon up, then we'll get to making some delicious ass nachos. Yeah. Sometimes I'll make a video before I pass out, and I figured, why not a quick little cooking video tutorial deal? Yeah. It's not going to take too long for that stove to heat up, but once it gets heated up, I'm going to cook some bacon, put it on a plate, and then we'll get a bigger plate and make some nachos. Show you how it's done. Really, nachos only need 3 to 4 ingredients minimum. I want to show you all how to make some delicious dank ass nachos using nacho cheese Doritos. This is how I like to make nachos at home. It may not be how you make nachos, but this is how I make nachos. And if you think it looks good, give it a try. So I noticed that somebody on YouTube commented, your burgers look delicious, man. I want to try one. And my response was, hell yeah, they're super easy to make. So, yeah, just a couple of drags of this real quick. Of course, if I do a video and it's past 10 o'clock, I gotta be a bit more quiet with it. So this will be a cooking ASMR. Alrighty then. Our pan's all heated up, ready to go. So I'm going to throw some bacon on that pan, and we're going to season it just a little bit. Get your favorite bacon. I like thick cut bacon, that's just me personally. And I'm making a small plate of nachos, so it's not going to be too big for a small plate. You want to get like 2 pieces, tear it up. Now you got 4 pieces. I might add more if I have room. Let's see. Oh, look at that. I have just enough room. Beautiful. Flip it down, there we go. And we got some seasoning. Some of that Tony's. Dump a little bit of Tony's into the leg. I'm gonna take that Tony's seasoning that you have. We don't need that much. Some of that slap your mama Cajun seasoning. Boom, hit it with a sprinkle of that. I got 2 different seasonings, and we're gonna mix them together and season that bacon just a little bit. If we're gonna season the bacon, let's do this up close. If we're gonna season this bacon right, let's do it up close. There we go, bacon is seasoned. I'll go ahead and pop the lid back on Tony's right quick. I'll set the Tony's this way so we can lean the camera this way. Now while that bacon cooks up, we're gonna need a plate of chips. So here's a plate for our bacon. And then that bacon's looking pretty good. Let's give it a flip. Go ahead and flip all the pieces while we're at it. got just about 3 pieces here that are done, and then the other 2 pieces are just about there. So while we're rocking and rolling, let's get those chips are flowing. Take your favorite chips. Mine just happen to be nacho cheese Doritos. You can do this with a Cool Ranch if you want. But this is how I make nachos. I'll take some nacho cheese Doritos. And put some on a plate. What's good about this? Not that bacon to get too crispy. Beautiful. How's that bacon looking? It's looking good. I got 1 piece that's done. There's 1. Now, if you're on a diet, don't eat these. Trying to watch your weight. Don't eat these. What I'm doing right here is making some soul food, man. These are some delicious nachos. You're having a bad day. Need something to snack on. Yeah, man. So we got 3 pieces right here that are ready to go. And 3 more on the way. Whoa. And be careful of that grease, it pops. The bacon just popped a little bit of grease. Hit me in the hand. Like, whoa, look out, slick. If you're going to add bacon to your nachos, you want to make sure that bacon's cooked all the way before you throw it on top. Okay, now that we got the bacon all cooked up, yeah, it's looking good. We're going to save some of that grease for our nachos. But what I want to do is I want to turn the stove on to a 4. That way it'll keep the grease nice and warm. Now we got our plate of nachos, chips, and then we got our bacon right here. Now here's the thing, YouTube. Every delicious plate of nachos needs at least one thing to make it nachos, and that's cheese. So I'm gonna grab some of this mozzarella cheese, sprinkle it on top. I guarantee you make a plate of these nachos for Super Bowl Sunday. If nobody at your party is lactose intolerant, people there aren't vegan, then I guarantee you that these will be a hit. I'm take and spread that shredded cheese around a bit. I can get more cheese later on. I'm not tripping out about it right now, but I have enough cheese to do this. recipe. Alright. Put the cheese right there, and then remember what I said about that bacon grease? Yeah, we're gonna pour just a little bit of that bacon grease on top of our cheese. This way the bottom chips get some flavor too, because a lot of people are gonna be like digging for the top of your nachos because it has all the cheese and stuff on it. But this way, there we go. Go ahead and set that back on the stove. Turn that shit off right quick. Yeah. Grab like a rag real quick. And if you want to get grease off your stove a lot more quickly, make the cleanup a little bit easier, you can get like 80 to 90% of it off when the stove is still nice and hot. See what I'm saying, YouTube? Like 80 to 90% of that grease just comes right off because that stove is nice and hot. So be careful when you're doing this. Alright. Trying to be a little bit cleaner with my cooking videos. You know what I'm saying? Alright. So right on top of our cheesy goodness, let's break up that bacon. And if you have a little bit of extra cheese left over, sprinkle it on top of your bacon before you microwave it. But that's if you want extra cheese, man. Yeah. Showing you cool cobras how to make some of the dankest nachos you've ever tasted. But that's just my personal opinion. Just my personal opinion. You may think, oh, those nachos look disgusting. Why would you eat that? You may think, you know what? That shit looks dank as fuck. I'd try it. It don't matter. Turns out we may only need 4 pieces for these nachos because it's not a very big plate. So I may end up just eating the other 2 slices because I can. Haha. Take a couple pieces and, you know, try not to drop any on the floor if I can help it. You know what? Well, go ahead and at least use 5 pieces of bacon for this. Yeah, 5 pieces will be enough. Get a nice, delicious layer of goodness on top of everything. So if you're having a Super Bowl Sunday party, you're looking for something to snack on that's quick and easy and guaranteed to be a hit at your next Super Bowl party, this is definitely an option. 1 piece for the hell of it. Yeah, man. That's good bacon. Go ahead and wash out this plate right quick. Let's have a gander at this plate of nachos before we microwave it. Look how beautiful that looks. All that bacon grease mixed in with the hamburger and bacon grease, the bacon, the cheese. That's a nice looking plate of nachos, man. So let's go ahead and stick it in the microwave. Gotta get that cheese nice and gooey. nachos are up. Give it about 44 seconds or so. See how that do. Napkins, we're definitely gonna need these. Now you want the cheese to be nice and gooey and stringy on top. That's how you get the perfect nacho. Or you can pull that chip in the, when you pull the chip away from the pile and the string of the cheese just goes woo. 3, 2, 1. It's not looking too bad. Maybe a little bit longer, but not too much longer. Give it about maybe 34 seconds. This is a high-powered, this right here is a high-powered microwave, so it gets things done a little bit quicker, but the key here to make the perfect plate of nachos is you want the cheese to just pull like guitar strings right off the plate. Oh, fuck yeah, that's looking real good. We got 10 seconds, baby. Now, let's set this down on a clean surface. Take a look at that, YouTube. The cheese is melted, yes please. It's stringy, it's gooey. Hold on, let's get a close-up of one of these nachos. Oh, look at that pull, YouTube. Isn't that sexy? Look at that cheese pull. Oh my god. Look at that. These are hot, fresh out of the microwave. Look at that cheese pull, YouTube. That's what you subscribe for, isn't it? Yeah. Holy Toledo, Batman. That's how you do cheese pull. If you like dank-ass delicious recipes like this, please subscribe to the channel for more. Be greatly appreciated. Oh man, look at that nacho. Doesn't that just look delicious? Let's get a bite of it real quick. Oh man. YouTube. You don't even know. Let's grab another one. You don't even know, YouTube. Oh, Jesus. Tap dancing Christ. Look at that shit. Oh yeah. Oh. Eat a regular chip with no cheese on it. And it's still got flavor. You can taste the bacon grease. This is how you make nachos, man. This is exactly how you want your cheese to look like. See what I'm saying? Look how stringy that is. You don't even know, YouTube. See how easy it is to make? Oh yeah. Look at that cheese pull. Look at that, YouTube. Yeah. Oh. Bacon nachos. Whoa. Almost dropped the phone. That was close. Okay, look at that beautifulness right there. All hot and gooey and cheesy. Oh, yeah. Holy crap, Batman. The flavor on these plated nachos. Oh yeah, dude. That's so freaking good. Mm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Bah. Go on, turn on that overhead so that way we can sit the camera down here. I'm gonna eat this entire plate on camera in one sitting because they're that flipping good. Like I said, YouTube, if you're on a diet, trying to lose weight, these are definitely not the nachos for you. Oh man. That bacon is where it's at. Try to pull some up here. Cause I got a couple of those string cheese pull shots for y'all. Even the bottom chips below the nachos are soaked in delicious, flavorful bacon grease. Got this mess of cheese and bacon and chip in my hands. Look at all of that. Yeah. I think I might have done this recipe for YouTube before, but that's no big deal because nothing like a classic. This right here is comfort food. The kind of food that you know you shouldn't be eating, but you don't care because it tastes so good. You're looking to make some dank ass nachos for Super Bowl Sunday. This is definitely the way to do it. Cheese pull. Look at that delicious cheese pull. Oh, isn't that just pretty? Oh, yeah. should be a crime for nachos to be this good. But I'm not bullshitting you, ma'am. Have you seen the new show on Sci-Fi Channel called The Magicians? I rather like it. I caught the new episode they had tonight. And I believe the show called The Magicians over on Sci-Fi Channel from your local cable provider. Pretty sure they're on their third or fourth season. And I caught the new episode they had tonight. Never seen the series. And I like it. It's a good series. Just based off one episode, you know what I'm saying? It's got plenty of story, plenty of plot. However, that show was not for kids. It's got a mature rating for the cussing and the drinking and the sci-fi violence and that sort of thing. But little chunks of bacon and chip and greasy goodness all over my plate. Big old clump of nacho right here. Oh yeah. Try to pull some apart one more time. Cheese pull to the max. Nice and slow. Oh yeah. Got chunks of bacon falling off and I don't care. Here's the thing of it, YouTube. You don't have to use Doritos to make nachos. You can use regular corn tortilla chips, whatever sort of cheese you want to use. Just make sure if you add things like chicken, beef, or pork to the top of your nachos, make sure they're cooked all the way through before you add them to the top. Just as a safety precaution. But, ooh. Down to like the last big chunk of nacho here. Yeah, these nachos are swinging, man. Now, if I did do a recipe like this on YouTube before, it's whatever. It doesn't hurt to revamp a classic. And I guarantee you, YouTube, you make these nachos at your next Super Bowl party, They're going to be an instant hit. And you can use Cool Ranch chips if you want. Don't matter how you do your nachos. As long as you have chips and cheese. Nachos every time. I mean, if you want to just take it a step further, you take corn tortilla shells and cut them into triangles, and then deep fry the triangles and cook them on the stove in the bacon grease. You can make chips that way too. You take like a stack of tortilla shells, cut them into like slices, and you can take those slices, and if you got a pan full of bacon grease, cook up those little slices of tortilla shell in the bacon grease. But if you don't want to take time to cook a whole bunch of ingredients, I mean, that's as basic as you're gonna get for nachos. 4 ingredients: nacho cheese, Doritos, bacon, mozzarella cheese, and bacon grease. Plus a microwave. It don't take that much to make something that tasty. Oh, yeah. The plate's definitely clean. I'm gonna put this SOB in the sink. YouTube. I gotta grab a glass of water or two. Hold on a second. Get my hands all wiped up and such. Oof. As of now, it's 12:23, so I guess that would be a midnight snack. But let me tell you something. Those nachos kick ass. High calorie, loaded with flavor. That's how I make my dishes most of the time. I think the water might have been the healthiest part of this whole ordeal. Now, Valentine's Day is coming up, and if you can't score a date, no big deal. I'm speaking to everyone out there who's struggling to find a relationship. Don't trip out about it, dude. You know what I'm saying? If you're single on Valentine's Day, then celebrate. You know, people need to learn how to enjoy being single. That's just the thing of it. Is so many people are afraid to be alone. That's why they rush out into relationships where they may be content, but they're not completely satisfied. And if you do manage to get a date for Valentine's Day, awesome. Don't expect to get laid. Just be grateful you have someone to take out on a date for Valentine's Day. Yeah. Well, hell fucking yeah, man. Those were some pretty good nachos. I'll smoke a cigarette and leave you with it. Like I said, nachos only require two ingredients: tortilla chips and melted cheese. Anything else you want to do aside from that is just one extra step, really. But maybe you got some Cool Ranch Doritos fans at your party, so you make a plate of those nachos. You do one in Cool Ranch, do one in nacho cheese, you know. You pick whatever flavor of Dorito you want. I guarantee you it'll be delicious. I'm not sponsored by Frito-Lay, but I tell you what, I love nacho cheese Doritos. That's a damn good chip. Yeah, buddy. Well, I got about 2 napkins left. I'm gonna go put these back in the kitchen. As far as I'm concerned, Valentine's Day is just another day. Unless you actually have someone to share it with, then, you know. Yeah. Hair's looking good right now. Watch out. Not the only thing looking good, huh? Yeah. This sexy goth stud showing you how to make some delicious ass nachos. Anyways, tubes. I got some more water in my cup. No, but I can always get more water. I'm gonna kill this cigarette and grab a glass of water and leave you with it. That's exactly how you treat women, YouTube. Is if you're lucky enough to get a date on Valentine's Day, then be grateful she's even taken the time to bother with your sorry ass. Show her a good time and be respectful. And don't expect to get laid. Anyways, YouTube. Thanks for watching the food porn. I'll get this on the upload. And get this show on the road. Thank you for watching my cooking video. And if you like the dank-ass recipe that I provided on this video, please subscribe for more. It'd be greatly appreciated. Helps the channel grow. Anyways, it's your sexy goth bad boy King Cobra JFS coming back at you with another video. Thank you for watching. And I'll catch you cool cobras on the flip side.